What's going on, YouTube? Wow, it's been forever since I did a video, but I apologize right now for the lack of creativity that is not going to be in this video. But I thought, as I'm driving home, which is like an hour from where I was, as I'm driving home, I felt like it was going to be a good idea, I guess, to go ahead and just kind of make like an update video. I know it's been a while since I made my last video, and I guess I should have looked back at what exactly it was, or just have an idea of like what to talk about in this one. But as you can see, I'm coming back from home, and home is Delaware for me. Those are some presents that my family had given me, because what's today? Today's December 23rd. Friday, December 23rd. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. The following day is Christmas Day for those who celebrate it. But basically, I want to say I left off maybe semester 3. I think it might have been semester 3 is when I left off. And that was when I was, no, maybe it wasn't. I think it was probably it might have been semester 1. I don't know. Anyway, I am now in semester 5, I could say. Our semester ended this past, about 2 weeks ago, so everyone's on break right now. So we have this long break for fourth semester students. It was from December 9th to January 23rd, sometime in between that time. And what I'm doing personally is I've gotten a job as a ER clinical nurse intern, is what they call it, which is basically a fancy word for someone who is in nursing school, and is a tech. So you have the clinical nurse intern, then you have the regular ER tech. I believe that they distinguish it between who's in nursing school and who isn't in nursing school. So the ER techs aren't in nursing school, and then the clinical nurse interns are in nursing school. And the idea is that if you're doing, being a CNI is what it is, a clinical nurse intern with them, that when you graduate, you can kind of transition into the role of a new grad nurse on that floor with them. So that's just something to think about for those who are out there who are looking for experience as a tech, or just look for those keywords, because it might not be just strictly tech. It might be clinical nurse extern, it might be clinical nurse intern, or some things like that. That's just something to keep in mind. In addition, I am a regular tech at a hospital over here in Baltimore, and I like it because I get to float around to various different units, and it's self-scheduled, so both of the jobs are PRN. And so the tech job that I get to float down to a whole bunch of units is awesome, because I get to see across the spectrum, if that makes sense. So one day I could be in hematology, oncology. The next day I could be in sickle cell. The following day I can be in in a psych ward or something like that. So that's honestly that's a good thing that I thought for me, as being still a nursing student, because it allows you as a tech to see the dynamics of the unit. And sometimes the units would be you're graduating soon, maybe if you're interested, you can come, stay with us and work with us and stuff like that. So, this is something else to think about. Also, it's just a variety of things that has changed for me in this past year, with family, with school, with being involved, with so many things in school. I decided to run for a leadership position at my school, and essentially as the president of the Nursing Student Senate. And that's just basically being, in short, for those who are familiar with SGA, is basically something like that. We do events, we do mainly advocate for the student body. We do liaison, so between the admin, the dean, other schools, there's a variety of things to kind of just make the student experience here as approachable, not approachable, as tolerable as possible. And to kind of just let the students know that, nursing school might be tough, but we kind of got your back, and we will do our best as Nursing Student Senate to, deliver on a variety of events and, resources, and just try our best, really our best, to be an advocate for the entire student body as much as possible. So that's that. I guess eventually I can break up maybe semester 3. I'll probably do a semester 3 video, a semester 4 video, specifically for those who are interested in this program. But me, I just wanted to make this video, but in particular for me as a nursing student in general, how everything is going, what's next, and what to expect and stuff like that. So next, I obviously it's December 2022. I graduate May 2023, God willing. And I've spent the most of my break and the end of fall semester, really searching what my next plan would be. And I know some might be oh, it's a little too soon, but I'm on the East Coast, and that timeline is a little bit earlier than the West Coast. West Coast, I believe they take admissions starting in April and stuff like that. Don't quote me, I could be completely wrong. But so I had applied to let me see, 1, 2, I would say 3. Let me see, 1, 2, maybe 2.5 different locations around the U.S. As to what I thought that the best that would come out of being a new grad. And I had to not only look at pay, but look at what the institution itself is actually offering. It's one thing that the institution could be paying X amount of dollars, but if there's no long-term benefits such as long-term repayments, tuition reimbursements, health insurance at this point as I rise to the age of 26, and retirement, things like that, and just the unit itself, the culture. That's just so important. I'll probably also make a video on interview tips for the ICUs and stuff like that. Kind of go over some of the questions that I have used and stuff like that, and yeah. So basically, I did accept the job offer at a specific institution. It is still on the East Coast, and I think I am obviously going to deliver where that is. Probably won't. I don't know. We'll see if I tell you exactly where it is. You'll probably see it in the interim of my social media as I'm posting and touring the area and stuff like that. You'll probably have an idea of where it is. But the interview went well. I think I applied, and the following week had an interview, and they were just so impressed with, and I hate talking about myself, but they were just so impressed with my drive as a nursing student and my willingness to just be involved. And I'm not saying that grades don't matter, because grades still do matter in some programs in some cases, but they were so impressed with my leadership experience and what I did outside of the classroom and how I answered the questions. There's so many different reasons why. For example, they might ask you, why did you want to come to this institution? And I just encourage you to kind of really know your stuff. Again, especially as a new grad, I'm anticipating that it's going to be, kind of hard to, I wouldn't say it would be hard, but it can be kind of tricky trying to figure out where you think you belong and what unit is going to be good for you, how to feel the culture, especially if it is long distance. So I do plan to visit the area, and they gave me well over permission to, at this point now, come up to the unit. So I might do like a surprise visit, so I can see the unit in a raw setting and not a pre-planned, not like a Jago setting or a buffed up setting. Something, you know, I want to see them in the normal day. So I think I'm going to spend time at that site from like a Thursday to maybe a Sunday, so I can grasp an understanding of maybe a little bit of the week, how Fridays go, how Saturdays and Sundays are, or how the weekend goes, I should say. And that'll also give me an idea of like the area itself, how things go with that too. So I think it will be good. I think it's going to be just fine. And I'll also do like some apartment hunting and stuff like that. So yeah, so long story short, I mean, it has been a journey. Let me just tell you, it has been a journey. And you probably see in like other videos, other students who make videos during the program, that it can get very busy after like that first semester and a half, maybe second semester. It gets very, very busy, but it's manageable. And I've always encouraged everyone to figure out things for yourself. Even though I'm making this video, that is just my personal experience. Everyone's personal experience is completely different, because everyone is coming from different walks in life, and I think that's important to remember while everyone is trying to go through and be a nurse. So yeah, so again, that's a short video for now. I am again gonna hopefully catch up on some things during this winter break, because I do have a little bit more time, because school is out of session and stuff like that. And yeah, so as always, like, comment, subscribe, share to your future nursing colleagues, and let's become these nurses.